Okay, so you're getting stronger in the gym, but your chest isn't growing. In this video today, I'm going to be taking you through my current chest workout and the things that I've implemented into my training to make sure that I'm using my chest when I train and therefore maximize my chest development. If you're new to the channel, make sure you click subscribe, like the video, share it to a friend, leave a comment down below, anything you want me to cover in the future, any future videos you want me to do. But without further ado, we're going to get into it. Okay, so first off, we're starting with the pec deck. The reason why I start with an isolation movement like the pec deck is to prime the chest for the rest of the workout. What I mean by this is we're getting some blood flow into the chest, getting a small pump before we move on to our heavy compound pressing movements. This means that we are more likely to use our pumped muscle where the blood is available to execute these future movements, as opposed to the agonistic muscles contributing more so to the movement than the chest, which we are trying to do in this workout. So on the pec deck, how do we make sure that we are using the pecs? What I like to do is shift my bum a little bit further forward on the seat so that we're creating a little bit of a backwards arc. And what this does is it places the chest in front of the delts before we've even started the movement. Therefore, it make it harder for us to lean forward into the fly movement, and keeping a puffed out chest will allow us to keep constant tension on the muscle. And of course, tension on the muscle results in stimulus, which results in muscle breakdown and therefore muscle growth as a result when we recover. Alongside this, we have the angle of the elbow. What I mean by this is you want to try and picture pushing our elbows, trying to make them touch each other. Of course, the machine is not going to allow you to do so, but this is the mental cue that you want to have when you're performing the pec fly. For example, you don't want to be crab arming and doing it like this, as you're going to be recruiting a lot more front delt and a lot less chest. If you start in a crab position and then push out and lengthen your arm, you'll feel the chest start to contract more. This is because we are using more of the chest. Therefore, it makes sense that when we perform a fly movement, keeping our arm in a lengthened state, not completely lengthened so that we're putting stress on our arms, mainly the biceps, but we cause a slight indent at the elbow just to relieve the pressure, and therefore we can keep more tension on the chest as we perform the fly movement. In terms of execution and keeping constant tension on the muscle, controlling the changes of direction are imperative, especially to an isolation movement such as this. What I mean by this is slight micro pauses in the length and range before we perform each rep, so we're not bouncing out the bottom and using the stretch reflex to perform the exercise, and a slight pause as we come together to really squeeze and initiate the full contraction in the shortened range of the pec. Of course, this means we're contracting better with our pecs, but it also removes momentum, like I said, in the stretch reflex. If we come back and bounce out, we're losing tension in that length and range, and the length and range is where the majority of the muscle growth is going to occur. Remove the momentum, put more tension on the pecs, and therefore provide more stimulus for growth. Okay, so we move into exercise 2 here, which is the prime machine press. I forgot to say I do 5 sets of 10 reps, pyramid style training, so heavier each set until we reach our top set and we go to the closest proximity to failure that we can. That's for the pec deck. Moving on to the prime press again, 5 sets. I aim for the first 3 to hit 10 reps and the second 2 to be in that 8 to 10 range. I wanted to be trying to hit 8 reps here at least. The main things for pressing with chest dominance is to tuck your elbows in so that we're creating a stable core and our lats are engaged to help keep a tight and braced core. Of course, pinning our scapula back to restrict the influence of the delts in the pressing movement, and also help us to puff our chest out and push predominantly with the chest, like I mentioned with the pec fly. Also, you'll find is as you close the angle of your elbow to your torso, as you close that angle in, you'll feel your chest start to contract. Therefore, it only stands to reason that keeping in that position is going to provide more opportunity for your chest to press the weight. What I also like to do is envision myself pushing with my chest. This may not make sense on face value, of course, because you actually press with your arms, but what you want to envision yourself doing is pushing your body away from the machine as you press, not just pushing forward, but pushing your body away. And as you can see, as you mimic that movement and push away, your chest automatically becomes more prominent and puffs out. So pushing away as you press, which will allow you to mentally connect better with the chest as you press, therefore using it more as the muscle being worked in this movement. Also, the movement pathway of the pec as it contracts is converging. What I mean by this is coming together. So we come together as we press. Tuck your elbows in, and then as you press, you want to envision coming together. Of course, not all machines converge naturally, but if you squeeze in and push in like this as you press, you can get some sort of convergence. Luckily for this prime machine, it converges slightly towards the end range, so we can really get that nice squeeze at the fully shortened position. I have this set set to the setting where it's heavier at the beginning and lighter at the end, matching the strength profile of the pec. So where we're stronger, it's heavier. Where we get weaker, the weight starts to drop off, and therefore we can actually really squeeze in that shortened range and really get a full contraction without our strength limiting our ability to do so in those later reps. So it's like I said, you may be getting stronger, but you may not be using your chest to do so, therefore you may not be growing your chest. Using that cue of pushing your chest out may make you feel weaker to begin with, but once you acclimatise to that way of pressing, your strength will raise again, but your chest strength will be raising again, and your chest will be getting stronger, your chest will be getting bigger, will be forced to get bigger. This is imitated in our third exercise, which is a free weight dumbbell incline press. I don't have it on a steep incline, I have this on a 20-degree slant, so this is obviously 0, it's about 2 stages up, so it's about a 20-degree slant, not up to a 30 where your front delts will start to contribute more to the movement, which is of course not what we want to do in this exercise. The same cues apply. Elbows tucked, you can really converge in this movement as the dumbbells are not limited by any machinery, they are free, you can press them as you see fit, therefore you can really work to your own biomechanics. That's why free weights are great in this way, that some people are naturally more wide and some people are naturally more narrow, and that doesn't matter. You can still tuck in and press to converge as your body sees fit. Obviously those with the shorter arms will find it easier to stay tight and narrow. Those with longer arms may have to start in a slightly wider position, which not all machines will allow. Again, our scapula is pinned back and our lats are engaged, our core is braced, just to keep that tight and safe core and allow for the force to be maintained within the moving muscle. So what I mean by this is, if your body is shaking all over the place because you're not tight, and as you press you wobble like this, you're going to be losing force and tension within the chest because you'll be trying to shift your body around to regain stability. Therefore, by setting up in a way that keeps you tight and stable, you'll be able to attribute more of your body's force and generate more force through the chest as you press this. Therefore, you're moving more weight, putting more load on the pecs, therefore causing more muscle protein breakdown, more micro tears, allowing for more opportunity for growth. So scapula pinned, elbows tucked, lats engaged, nice deep tight brace, and then we're pushing with our chest and converging as we press. Therefore, you are getting the most out of your press, maximizing your chest growth as a result, not just pushing from A to B. I did mention before, of course, sets and reps, 5 by 8 to 10. Again, similarly to the prime press, on the incline press we did 3, 10, and then those sets 4 and 5 should fall within the 8 to 10 range. Okay, we've come full circle now. So we've primed our chest with the pec fly, we've used a flat press to get our main strength done, we've moved to an incline press to get to different areas of the chest, and therefore we're finishing with a decline press to really attack the musculature from all angles. Of course, the pec is only separated in 2 ways instead of 3. We don't have a top, middle and bottom pec. It is only split 2 ways, but really attacking it from a different angle is only going to recruit different muscle fibers that may have got lost or overpowered by the bigger ones in our regular flat or slightly inclined pressing movements. Therefore, a main tip is to attack the muscle from all angles, work the muscle in different ways, working those different and more niche muscle fibers to get the best overall growth. Like I mentioned with the conversion, this machine converges beautifully, so it really allows you to maximally work the chest and press in obviously the movement pathway that the chest will work. I'll set this up in a slightly higher seat to allow me to press from higher up, pushing further below, like I said, trying to hit the chest from a different angle. And this set was a 4 by 10 pyramid, with the last one being a drop set where I just drop a bit of the weight off and I go again to really exhaust, work beyond failure, using the intensity technique of a drop set to do so. No real different execution tips, everything is the same, keeping that tight braced core, scapula pinned back, chest prominent to minimize the use of the delts, pushing away from our body to minimize the use of the arms and maximize the stress placed upon the chest, and of course the main thing with this exercise being the different angles that we train the chest in. And then last but not least, we've got the hex press, a really close narrow grip exercise. Like I said, we're working it in not only in different angles but from different ways, really exaggerating the elbow tuck now by keeping them together. What I'm trying to do here is to make sure that I am maximally using my chest and not letting my front delts and my triceps overpower the movement, alongside the core bracing, the scapular retraction and the chest puffing, is I'm actively pushing the weights together, therefore creating that tension within my chest before I've even pressed. We've got that isometric tension here, and then we're pressing, of course, in that movement. As well as pushing up, we are pushing in to also keep that constant tension on the muscle, therefore giving us the best opportunity to grow it. This one here is just just 3 sets as an exhaustion finisher exercise, if you will. Just using that slight incline to put the chest in front of the delts and the arms, make it more comfortable for me personally. 3 sets on that top set, triple drop set, as you can see here, and that is me done for chest. So that is going to end the video. I hope you did enjoy it. If you did, be sure to leave a like I said in the intro, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, click the notification bell so you don't miss when we upload. These videos come out thick and fast, 2 a week and 5 shorts on the days where we do not post the long form content. 1 informational video such as this, and leave a comment down below if you do want to see anything, any different body part, if there's anything else you want me to cover. And then the other video will be my weekly vlog. We are currently in the off season, so follow the journey, watch me get absolutely massive, fingers crossed, and I can put all this theory to work. You'll see what I'm telling you is going to be working, as my chest will be growing through this off season. It already has done quite drastically. I'm very happy with my progress so far, but you can check that out for yourself. Of course, don't just listen to me, the physique updates speak for themselves. But yeah, that is that. I hope you enjoy it, and I will catch you in the next one.
Hey!